Are we live now? Are we
Yep.
live now?
Yeah.
Hey, another great live on the Thrifting Lounge channel on a great Sunday evening. Hopefully you came over from my channel, Land Sharp Picker. Just gonna look at some items that are good selling well on eBay these days. Oh, hey Jennifer, glad you could make it. Glad you didn't get
Who?
lost in the transfer.
There you go.
But
You're back.
Yeah.
we're back,
I was
back again.
I had to wait for the mic to go through again.
Yeah,
Can you
I
hear
had to
me
send you the
okay?
link.
Yeah, you're good.
I can hear you perfect. Yeah, I
Okay, yeah,
figured
no,
that
I had the link the whole time. I just couldn't get my mic to work.
Whatever.
yeah.
Heard that story before.
What was I doing? Yeah, you guys
Hey,
talk for a few minutes because I gotta put this thing back up in my notifications.
are you posting it to your OnlyFans? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it is.
I think that's a different crowd. They're probably not going to show up for anything talking about eBay.
Let's see.
Oh, so we're strictly talking about eBay here?
We can do
It
whatever.
doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, we're just chilling. I haven't done a live in like a year, so I was just like, man, I got the spontaneous idea of let's do. I want to do a live.
Yeah, I'm muting myself over
And
here. I got a question on the other side.
yeah, no problem. Yeah,
So
so
yeah, so for me, I almost went bankrupt because of COVID because I was into travel accessories. So that kind of screwed me. But then I didn't have all my eggs in that basket, but I had enough where it was scary. And then
yeah,
yeah, and then so I really started getting into like a cash business, and trying to do events where I could sell things for cash, whether it's freeze dried products or oddities. And, you know, talking about how you're talking about driving for 4 hours, I literally just drove 18 hours to do my first oddity event just to get an idea of how much money I can make because I
All right.
wanted the experience and I like cash versus online sales to a certain degree.
You don't
Online
have to worry
sales
about
are
yeah.
you
great.
don't have to you don't have to worry about chargebacks.
Or getting
No,
kicked off the
you don't. You do
platforms.
have to
That's
worry about, yeah,
yeah,
because if somebody
right.
steals cash, there's no getting that back. But no, did really good. I ended up one day pulling in $1,700.
That's
So,
awesome.
I mean, I did drive 18 hours, and it's a very special, like very specific thing I do. Um, that not everyone can do, and so the product was very unique, and I could offer it. And I knew that there was potential. I just didn't know how much, and I didn't know if it was worth it. But I was so determined to find out if it was. I was like, you know what? The next event for this that I do, I'm going to go do it. And I did it. And I drove 18 hours. That was one way, and 18 hours back.
Yep.
So when you talk about
Wow.
driving 4 hours, I'm like, that's nothing. Go for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it is
was glad to
something
see you.
because there's gas, right? And gas is expensive and whatnot. But I mean, dri I just am kind of biased because I just got back from driving a lot longer.
Yeah. But hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I got an offer on something I really have to look at real quick. You guys keep talking.
An offer.
I
What'd you
went
get an
to
offer?
well,
What?
I'll show
A
you
dollar? A
guys.
dollar 50 free shipping?
No, it's probably going to be low, I bet. But I bought this. Hold on a second. Let me share my screen since we're talking about eBay tonight too. Shoot, video shared screen. Here we go,
Roll
guys.
scroll.
Sorry, it's been
Glad you made it over. Appreciate it.
it's been so long since I've used StreamYard, so I'm just trying to get back used to it. All right, let me know if you guys see this.
Yeah, you're good.
See some. Oh, I know what I did. My sale came off. I gotta redo my sale. So I got this knife right here. It's not really $420. I always run a 40% off sale. I found this Benchmade
That's pretty cool.
pocket knife. Yeah, I was at a yard sale. It was the one, Craig, where I was telling you where the guy was next to me with the knife. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is you can only imagine what this will do." And the guy that lost his wallet at the yard sale, that one. And
Oh, so
I
you
looked this
so
one up
you
quick.
so you're telling about all that, so you don't have to put your video out. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. But no, I bought this and a Ferrari ashtray. So this one, I paid, I think it was $5 for it, and I was looking these up, and they were comping for 90, but not this one. So when I found this one, I don't know why it was more valuable, but it's worth like if people are trying to sell them for like $400 new. I think I have mine up for 240 when I put my 40% off sales, which I'm going to be putting on right now. But
Right.
this is it right here. It's pretty sick. I can definitely do some damage in a fight. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty cool pickup for a yard sale.
So what was your offer already?
You want to see the offer? I've been getting this stuff all weekend, low ball offers. So I want like 240 for this. This guy's offering me $44. So you know what I usually do? I go, let's see, $419.99. 1 cent less than what I full price.
So why do you even let your blood pressure go up and just do the automatic accept a certain bid within a certain range?
I don't know. I've done it all. I've done it with the bids, offers, and then I did it with, did declining low offers. And I feel like I sell more when, even if I get the low ball offers, some people are serious, and I'll put it like a couple dollars less, and then they'll go up more, and then I'm like, okay, this is more it. So I feel like I was probably missing sales when I was just doing the best
So they
offer with the.
automatically get declined and then they just move on. But if they lowball and you highball, then they might meet and like get a little bit more serious.
Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes. Because I
I,
also write to them. I said, "Come on, man, no low balls."
I,
You know?
I wonder if I wonder if eBay favors a actual response instead of an auto response.
I think if you write to them, hey, not lowball or something like that, I think that's more personable and maybe that'd get people to like, okay, you know. But me,
Yeah.
I personally, nope. I'm just don't even want to deal with it. Decline, 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 accept. Because then sometimes I felt like I was missing the items where people were like, give a reasonable offer. I'm like, yeah, I'll accept that. And then
Yeah.
I say, okay, I'll accept. And then they never go through with the sales. Like, it's like I missed the opportunity. But if they put in an offer within the range that I would accept and it was automatically approved, and then they just buy it right then and there because they're engaged to or motivated to buy at that moment. So
Yeah. So, I mean, I know when I go to yard sales or when I go and I offer people, say, Facebook, or I'll write them on eBay, I don't lowball them though. That's the thing. Like I'll go like maybe 15, 20% less and probably close a deal at 10% less and still get a little bit of a discount. But I wouldn't never, I feel like I look at it as like respect. So like I respect that you took the time and effort to make this listing, pictures, all that stuff. I'm not going to lowball.
yeah,
I
that's
already
why
think your price is good enough,
yeah, that's why I decline low ball
And then a lot of
automatically.
times you'll have people like when you do, even if I consider a good offer I sent to them, they won't even answer you for like, sometimes they'll never even answer you. So like I'm ending up like, I'm just going to buy it full price. So it's like, I don't even know how you can run a business when you're not even paying attention to who's, saying you offers or who's writing to you.
Yeah, I
Right.
eventually, well, I do private label now, right? So it's a little bit
Yep.
different. But I don't even do, but it's new stuff, so it's a little bit harder. I don't even do offers anymore. Just buy it now. You want it, buy
Really?
it.
Right.
Yeah,
I
because
feel
I
like
feel like
I sell so
sometimes
much more with
too many
the buy it now
choices,
offer.
Well, I think it depends on the product.
and
Yeah. No,
also
it could.
some products are more like buy it now type of product. They're more
And
like, oh, I kind of like that. I'm going to buy it like an impulse buy, right? I don't
especially
Yeah.
want
if your
them to
price is good
feel,
already.
yeah, and I don't want them to second think their impulse buy, right? So if they put in an offer on an impulse buy product and then they're like, giving the option to put an offer, you're like, well, shoot, I might get a better deal. And so they put in an offer, I accept, and then they are like, don't want it anymore because it was like an impulse thing. So I don't know. It
Right.
varies.
Yeah. Mr. Sadie wants to know if you still sell jewelry, Elena.
I do from occasion. I jewelry has my heart. I I can still go into a thrift store and walk out with an antique piece of jewelry because I just can't let it stay there for $1 or two. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's 100 years old, or that's a Czech jewelry, or I say things wrong, but CZECH or whatever it is. Like that was probably the most recent one that I recently bought, and I was like, oh gosh, this is over 100 years old. They don't know what they have, and I can appreciate it. So it's coming home with me.
I just sold a bolo tie, turquoise bolo tie for like $60.
There you
So
go. Yeah, I
that was
remember
exciting.
doing
Yeah,
the
I've had
bolo
that.
ties.
I've had that bolo tie. Just found it in a box the other day, and I've had that since we used to do videos like 2015, and I never listed it. And then I just found it in a
You
box with a
see,
bunch
that
of
is
war
the
medals.
problem. That's the problem with thrifting versus private labeling. That can happen because you get like 50 items and a lot of great items, but you can only list 20 of them. And then you're bringing in more in, and it's like you pick the best ones, but you only have so much time in the day to list. And that's why I kind of gravitated to private labeling, because it was one listing. One listing might take me 2 weeks to do, but then it was just sell, reorder, sell, or not. Sometimes you do that.
And I don't know how you do it, Craig. I think I've told you this before. I like to always spread it. So like, and we never hold any inventory. That's it. I said I found that
Right.
thing in a box with my war
Spread
medals
it.
that I
What do
that I
you
have.
spread it?
So like what I usually do is, so I see we have to do 20 listings a day, and we'll do 15 each on the weekend. So I don't like go out. I know Ronnie does. A few people do, and they buy it and then they sell it or list it as quick as possible. I find is when you hold, like when you do 20 a day, like say I sell, say I have 140 items, right? And I sell or I list 20 a day. I know those are permanent, and I know I'm going to be up higher in the search rankings.
Well,
And I'm not overdoing it.
and to be quite honest with you, to make it in this business, you have to be able to turn it around. Either
Right.
that or it's just going to pile up. It's a necessity. But look at your tie. How long did you have it for?
I had it for 5 years and didn't even realize it. I may have wanted to keep it, but then I was like, man, I looked at it, I'm like, I just want to, maybe I just want to, it's a different part of my life now. Back then I probably wanted to keep it. That's why I was in that box. And then when I opened it up, I was like, this is a listing. I'm just sitting on this. And I didn't even know, because all the items we get in, we always list up. We list all the stuff we get. So like we have 4,100 items.
Going to be the backbone of a successful reseller. It's listing.
Yeah. Jody says he's getting echo. He says he hears some echo.
Yeah, I've shut down everything that I've got. I even shut down my live. My live isn't running anymore.
Yeah, my
I don't
live
know. Maybe it's
either.
Elena. Hold on. Let me check Elena. Hold on, Elena. Let me mute you. How about now? Yeah.
Echo.
So it's probably coming from her. And that's probably no big. And that's probably going to be no big deal.
But talking about the number of listings, I think it can have a positive and negative effect. I think so many people, you see so many people, hey, I listed 3,000 items today. Well, how much profit did you make? Are you going to make on those 3,000 items? So they're so caught up on how many items they list and not listing based on a dollar figure,
Yeah.
And, it's, I know eBay likes consistency, just like YouTube, like we always talk about, Kevin, but
yeah.
I hate to see people listing items just to list items and listing junk. And I think in the end, to be successful, you got to sell quality items,
Yeah.
You got to filter in those.
Listen to me right now. If you listed 3,000 items in one day, I might hire you, get in contact with me.
No, I'm not. I was just using that as a number. That's the first number that came to mind.
Because I'm going to give you credit where you deserve, because that's incredible. No, it's quality versus quantity too. There's a lot of factors that go into this.
Yeah. Man, I really lucked out. I think I told you this, Craig, a few weeks ago. I was one day I was going through a thrift store a couple weeks ago, and I was approached because that
was your garage, not the thrift store. That was your garage you were going through.
No, not my garage. I was talking about my thrift store.
Where
I get all that free inventory.
Your thrift store, the one that you have?
No, the thrift store that was on sale in Tampa. So I get text messages, and I always go to these sales because they do half off like the whole store. So I go out there. I'll always go out there and wipe them out with blazers and sport jackets. And I had a big pile on my cart. It was way above my cart. And this lady comes to me. She goes, "Hey, do you resell those blazers?" And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm a small business. I do it with me and my fiance. And she's like, "Listen, I run a church thrift, and we haven't been Brooks Brothers. We haven't been open. Actually, hey, I have I found this in a store. That's the emblem for it.
Nice.
The Brooks Brothers. So she's like, "Hey, I'll give you our address. You can come by and pick up all of our blazers and dress pants and dress shirts." She's like, "Because the homeless don't come here to buy dress clothes. They come here to buy, like jeans
T-shirts
and shirts
jeans,
and
yeah.
sweaters." Yeah, I'm like, so I went there. Because she's like, "We have like 30 of them." I get there and she probably gave me 150 of them for free, and then about 100 dress pants and like 50 dress shirts. And I'm still listing the stuff, but I mean, I can show you our SKU and the money I've made off it's insane. I mean, I sold a Yves Saint Laurent. I sold a Versace one for like 150, and then a Yves Saint Laurent was like 70. And my bread and butter blazers are the blue sport jackets with the gold buttons, or actually any colored sport jacket with gold buttons. That'll make you at least $30.
What's the? I know we were talking about the green ones with the golf and all
Masters,
that, but
the Masters green.
What's the draw to the gold buttons?
It's just really popular with a lot of the older crowd.
I love hearing like the beautiful blessing stories and how like God shines on you for one day and doors open, That's really beautiful because that doesn't happen, right? All the time.
No.
Right.
And that's just one of those things where it's almost like you're on your right path in life when doors just open up like that for you and they come at probably a perfect opportunity and perfect time in your life, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, she even said to me, she kept repeating, she's like, "You have no clue how lucky I was to find you. You're doing such a service for us." And I'm like, "No, like you have no clue how much you're helping me out.
It's
I mean,
beautiful.
you're giving me thousands of dollars of inventory for free." And I've probably already made over $1,000 over with the stuff. I mean, actually, I can pull it up right now. You guys keep talking. I'll pull up the SKUs and I'll show you what I've sold so far from that haul.
Cool. So do you like getting those emails? You sell something on eBay, gosh, I'm trying to think of when this happened. And when you're talking about God shining on you and all those kind of things. I don't know if you ever sold it's a little fetal heartbeat monitor thing that has the little wand that you put on the woman's belly and they can kind of hear it's a little battery powered device. I can't remember what it's called, but I saw one like 4 or 5 years ago.
Ultrasound?
It's not. It's kind of like that, but you can just put it on the belly. You can hear the heartbeat. Okay. You can buy them in the store. It's not like a prescription. It's not a big thing. I think I got like 20. Yeah, I think I got like $20-$25 for it. And I get the email after, I get a message back from them after they've received the item. They're like, "We've been through 3 miscarriages. I found this item on eBay. You had a great price on it, and we used it, and it was the first time we heard this baby's heartbeat." And I was like, I'm not an emotional person, but I almost started crying. I was like,
"That is awesome."
It's cool to have, just a little piece of somebody's day,
Absolutely.
Yeah, any little bit of counts.
And I gotta admit, like the reselling community, I see a lot of negative out there. I love hearing positive, and that's what I try to focus on because life is so beautiful. The struggle is real. It's hard.
It's talking about the negativity. It's easy to get drug into it though, and let it consume you. It's real easy.
Taking moments like that and highlighting them, because every day is going to have its ups and downs, and I like hearing the ups.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, I was going to say something.
Yeah, that was a heck of a watch you found, Mr. Sadie. He actually
he really did find one of that. Damn.
It was I can't remember what kind it was. It was gold though.
That's crazy. He's so good at that's why I love Chad. He's so good at finding stuff like that, like stuff that like 99% of people would overlook and not take chances on. He's really good at that. Chad,
and he found it at a yard sale, and it was just hanging on the little felt covered bar, like jewelry and stuff hangs on. It was just a watch hanging there.
Yeah.
So he gave $4 for it.
I have so many watches I never got to. I do. Watches are complicated. I mean, you can
Yeah.
learn like any BOLO, like with certain name brands, but
Well, he's
I
been
never got
buying
into
broken
complete.
watches and fixing them.
I have a bunch of watches if you want that I never got to.
Yeah, tell him, send them to him. I'm sure he'll. What
I
he does
just
is he
told
breaks them
him,
down, he
or
fixes them.
is he
Yeah.
watching the live or no?
No, no, he's not in here. He's up in he has really bad service up in Tennessee.
Okay.
So here's um the free stuff I got from that thrift store. I've already sold 45 items. Hold on, let me scroll in so you guys can see better. Can you guys see better? Probably, right?
Yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah, so I've sold 45 items from the
From that,
stuff that was given to me. Yeah. I mean, we can go through. Let's see. Hold on. What sold the highest solds? We'll go through real quick because I mean, I probably saw like another 200 stuff that's listed.
no, nice. Yeah, I think that's where he is, Mr. Say. I think it's a military thing, an army. He was in the army, wasn't he?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know
so.
which military. I know he's definitely military.
Yep, Desert Storm, right? I think it was.
So you paid
Yeah.
You paid $3.99 for this stuff.
No, I got it
No,
for
it was
free.
given to him.
I said free 99.
Oh,
Oh, I thought I heard $3.99.
No, free. FREE.
Well, free and
So
free sounds alike.
Free. Yes.
here's my top sales right here. Here's the Yves Saint Laurent jacket.
Nice.
Brooks probably like you'll see like all these are like blazers. Zegna. Here's the Bolo one.
You know,
Window
I
pane.
heard that the lady giving them to you, the homeless actually have to buy clothes off of them. They don't like hook them up.
No. Like there was somebody homeless out front. This was Tampa, like a bad area of Tampa. And it was actually when I was leaving, because they're getting ready to open for the first time in 2 years in a couple weeks. And because they've been closed for COVID. But there was a homeless guy out front, and she came out and she gave him the guy a bunch of clothes. But that's what they do. It sounds like if people come in, they'll buy stuff, but a lot of times like they have set aside stuff that they give
Yeah,
to
that was
homeless
kind of like
people.
clothes closet. You know, that way.
Yeah,
cool.
meals too. Like they'll
We
do
get-
meals too.
We get donated a whole bunch of clothes, and we'll go through it, and all the pristine clothes, like really like looks brand new, we set aside in all different sizes from baby to adult. And then if we get too many sizes, we just pick whatever doesn't match or whatever is a little bit worn versus looking brand new. And then that stuff will sell off for $1 just to be able to buy
I,
underwear and bras for these people.
I wish so many more
Yeah.
thrift stores had that thought process. You'd think, considering they're getting this stuff donated, they'd be in the churn and getting stuff moving quick. One of our local thrift stores, just not a Goodwill. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. We've only got one Goodwill proper store. A lot of other chain stores, but they will move. They will spend so much time on one item. They will touch it.
We had a clothes closet for 2 days. We made $230 so that we can buy underwear and bras with. That was
Nice.
2 days. That's over
And that's
200
great.
clothes that we didn't have to bring back in.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they price their stuff too high. I mean, the couple of stores are right here close to the house, and I'm like, make this. I mean, if you're catering to the people that you think you're catering to, why is the stuff priced so high? And I'm not saying that because I
And
want to buy it
it's
cheaper. I'm just
ugly.
saying,
I don't want to say it's evil, but it's just people taking advantage of what they can take advantage of.
It's the YouTubers that are doing it. They're causing it.
And
Yeah.
honestly,
Well, I mean, a lot of times they watch it's what
I'm
they
sure
do.
they
Their
do.
job is to watch the YouTubers.
yeah,
But I got
it
that.
also is whether you get donated a lot. Like we have to tell people to stop donating to us at one point because we are a small volunteer group. This is just a small little town of like 4,000 people. Very very small, and we only have so many volunteer help, so we can only go through so much clothes. So it's just one of those things. Then when we're like, hey, okay, we can use clothes now, and then it's hours of work sorting through the clothes, and so for us it's a little bit different than I would say maybe somewhere they don't get as much donations, but
Right.
getting the clothes is no problem for us. So letting it go too is no problem. And it's beautiful
Nice.
because we're helping the community. Like we're
Yeah.
helping the people. Yeah, I don't care if there's resellers. We're helping them. You know, like I don't know. It's a beautiful circle.
Yeah, this is the Versace I was telling Jody in the chat that
Wow.
that I sold. Um,
That's
that's another one I've
beautiful.
had for a few years, and I actually those are new button. Those are buttons. These buttons right here. Hold on, see this button? I actually it's off of a woman's blazer, right? So my girlfriend she sews. So we were missing the original buttons to this, which is actually right. I think I should be able to find it. We were missing the buttons, one button, right? And so I was like, Ashley, can you please just resew all of these buttons on? So she resewed them on, and then come to find out, the button that was missing was actually in the pocket. So I had to literally put these buttons on
And then take them
for
back
no
off.
point.
Oh.
No. But
Oh,
we
you didn't
kept
take.
them. We kept them on because it matches. It
Oh, it
kind of goes
matched.
with the whole Versace thing because the Versace emblem is kind of like that. So I was very lucky to find a woman blazer that had more than enough buttons to. I mean, look, I had more than enough. I had 4 front buttons and then
3 on
Yeah,
each.
and you're selling them
3
at
on
a
the
great
sleeve.
time because
Yeah.
of prom.
Well,
Yeah,
what I've
that's-
noticed is that they sell all year long. These have always sold all year long.
Do you ever
And
inquire
actually-
from your customers what event they're doing? Like, is it a wedding? Is it a prom? Is it, well, not a white outfit for a funeral, but you know, like, do you ever like inquire like on the events?
I've sold 220 blazers in the last 90 days. So I'm so busy with selling these things that I don't even bother asking them anything.
Have you ever, you know, like not
Ask
when
the
you're
client? No.
I know Dusty would go out and look people up when he would sell things sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know how you have enough time in the day
you
to
don't,
do
Like,
that.
dude.
no.
I'm like,
I
dude,
just
come
wondered
on.
if a customer ever even told you, or you had a conversation with a customer, you know.
No, I never came across it. No, but I did actually talk to somebody on Facebook Marketplace. You'll be surprised. These sell really well on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh
But
yeah,
he was 2 towns from underneath me in Sebring. You know where they have the Lamaze. And he's like, "Hey, I see you. I like your blazer." I said, "Well, he's a bigger guy." I said, "I have more in that size." He ended up buying 3 blazers off me when he came here in person and
Nice.
bought them. Instead of having to pay shipping because I do offer shipping on Facebook Marketplace.
I think Facebook Marketplace is going to move up the ladder very quickly if it's not already in the number 2 or number 3.
There's a lot of things that they have to do first, like their customers.
Yeah.
They have no customer service.
Right.
So let me show you the other. I have another blazer that's for sale. This I got from the free pot, that free one. Hold on a second. Where is it?
Excuse me.
Here it is. Let me know when it pops up.
Yep.
Is it up?
Yep.
Yeah, I got this shawl neck Versace blazer from the free when I got it from that lady or at that thrift store. Right here, this was one of them. And then I sold a Versace
really
tie
sharp.
for 50. Huh?
Your listings are really sharp.
Yeah.
Pictures
This was
are good.
this was such a hard color outside the picture.
Yeah.
It's a mint green, but it looks.
Oh,
I
I
don't know
wouldn't
if you can-
have guessed that. It looks gray to me in the picture.
Yeah, it's mint green. So these
That's
colors
a
right
cool
here-
color though.
Oh, it is. Yeah, the color looks better in real life than on the pictures.
Is it more like a Christmas outfit, like something you wear like for the holidays because you did green and red, or?
No, that red is a vest. That's my vest that I used on the mannequin.
Oh, so they
but
didn't even get the vest. Okay.
No, they never get the vest. And you know what? I've actually sold vests. I've probably sold 5 vests over my lifetime of selling blazers that people saw were like, "Hey, can you sell that vest too?"
No.
And what? No, but 4 of the 5 is this plaid. It's like a Christmas plaid. It is that same pattern that I've sold 4 of the 5 that people, because a lot of people like that vest because it just looks good on some of the colors. Not on this
It
color,
pops.
but yeah, it makes it pop. But a lot of the other colors that'll blend well with it, people will say, hey, will you sell that vest? How much do you want for that vest and the blazer? So, and I was in the store the other day with my girlfriend. I'm thinking like, thinking maybe trying to combine, because I've seen it work on Depop and Grailed where people actually put like a whole outfit in a listing. So I'm thinking like some of these slow movers buying a tie, or whenever I come across a tie, like, because I come across a lot of random ties.
Yeah, just look in boxes in your house.
Yeah, but you get it for like $1 or like $2. And then if you can add value and put it in the listing and sell it with it, that's something I'm looking at trying. Like bundle it together, like a tie with a dress shirt or a tie with a blazer.
Mark it up a handful of dollars.
Yeah, because the tie's not going to sell for anything less than $10 on my store, which is really low.
Right.
And they'll sit.
Well, so somebody can do one order and they've got everything but a shirt taken care of.
Yeah, exactly. And it's worth it. Oh shoot! Sorry, I removed her by accident. Sorry, Lana.
I see how it is.
At least you didn't share the hub that you had open on the other screen.
Oh yeah, right. Steven says I price a little higher so I can run sales and best offer. I did the same exact thing.
Are you just noticing that? They've been up there for like an hour and a half.
Oh, has it? Sorry, guys. Awesome pictures. What a beauty.
Kevin's pictures are good. And I'm really surprised that they're all done outdoors.
Yeah. Mercedes says, Kevin, stop showing my work clothes.
Yeah, you take your pictures outside. I love natural lighting.
That's exact. I have to. And then I take my dress shirts and what is that? Dress shirts and jeans and stuff like that on the floor over here, t-shirts, all that stuff. And it's great because I use that photo room app and it makes a white background.
Yeah.
It's such a good app.
Yeah. No, I have an app on my phone. I Photoshop all the time for fun. And there's a little magic button and it just poofs everything behind it, just disappears. And the apps are really getting good at that. I remember back in the day when you'd have to crop and get all the little lines around. And then
it would take forever. I had to do that too.
Now it's like, poop, a little button is gone.
Yeah, Photo Room's such a good app. It's so crazy how well it is.
Tonight's live stream is sponsored by
Photo Room.
Yeah.
I don't
you got an affiliate link, right?
No.
Or do we need to join your wait, can we only get it if we join your Patreon?
Yeah, my Patreon. And then you got to subscribe to my Twitch.
What's the Patreon cost a month now?
Man, it's like $29.99.
Oh, dude, I'm already paying for somebody to learn how to get banned on eBay. I can't pay yours too.
Well, I teach you how to you can buy it all on mine.
Nice. Okay.
Oh my god, I love it.
Sorry. Had to go there.
Yeah. I find it so funny that like people just reuse, like everyone has to do the same thing, and it's like it's not even good for their platform. I think for like some people like Don Auction Picker or Auction Professor and Casey at Rockstar Flipper, they do a lot of like what's happening with eBay, so that works for their channel. That would work.
Their channels are very similar. They're informative.
Yeah, that would be one that worked great for the channel. But if you did that on a yard sale channel, which some people have on their yard sale channel, where it says how not to get banned, it's like it doesn't work with your niche.
They're just trying to pick up traffic from people.
But it's not gonna help them. I don't think they know that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, gold investments. I think everybody's pictures, if you look at your pictures from when you started to now, it's a lot better than when you first started.
They should be, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what, I remember that's when I really first got back into reselling. I know that's the first thing I went out and bought, 2 big old light things. And they took up so much room, it was pitiful. They're great light, but I ended up going with the little LED panels.
You have to do I love the natural. Like nothing beats it. And I got such good natural lighting in my house that and then what I do is I've learned, I got down to science.
Do you get that light from the lighter or what?
The what?
The lighter.
No.
The
lighter.
spark.
No. But no, I've got it down to a science now. When I need to do blazers and suits, I only have till 10 a.m.
What's up, Patrick?
10 a.m. till I lose the light, till the light becomes too harsh. So when
And
I get
then
up,
if it's storming outside or cloudy,
yeah.
that's
Well, if
the
it's cloudy,
problem
then
with
it's fine. You
outside.
can do that all day if it's cloudy. But if it's
Cloudy's
sunny
probably
out,
better than stark,
oh
just
yeah,
bright, isn't it? Because
yep.
like that picture I mean, that blazer I sent you the picture of, and you were like, it's really bright on one side. I didn't do very well outside.
Thanks, Pat, for coming in. Yeah, and thanks everybody for coming in. This was just an impromptu. I just wanted to go live. I haven't been live in I don't know 6 months, a year.
Is there any questions?
So I don't know.
What's
I don't know
what's
if
the
anybody has
square
any
root
questions.
of? No, I'm just kidding.
You got me.
I'm just
nope.
kidding. I don't know what the square root of that is.
Yeah, but let's pop up. Let's do a niche. Let's pop it up. What should we start here, Craig? You share your screen and
What? I
and
don't
we'll
have
have
anything.
you.
I don't have anything pulled up. Go ahead. We're on your channel.
All right. What do you want me to look for?
What can
All
we?
right,
What
let's find a niche tonight. Hold on a second.
Cargo shorts.
Clothes, really?
I don't
No, no. You were talking. You want what is it? The printer thing?
Yeah. Look at Now I can't think of it's the not Design Jet. What's the name of it? Damn it. Office Jet.
Printer heads.
Office Jet Pro.
Office Jet.
Do Office
Office
Jet
Jet.
Pro. So if
Jet
anybody doesn't know
Pro.
about Office Jet Pro, which is HP printer, they've got several parts. I'm about to ship this one out today. Probably made more on this than the whole printer cost me. That's just the main board that goes in it. But look at these prices. Filter it down to sold and used.
And used, right? Yeah.
And those and I've sold about 4 or 5 of those print heads, and they sell quickly.
Yeah,
You're
this
gonna
is
get minimum of $50.
Here, we'll do highest price.
They sell quick. The parts you get off these printers, like that printer, you can usually get those printers for $10 or less at the thrift store.
Yeah.
You're gonna get an LCD screen out of it. It's pretty easy to take off. You're gonna get 25 for that. That board, I sold mine for $12 to $15 plus shipping. The print head, you're gonna get 50 plus. There's other parts. I think the carriage that the print head goes in, I think I sold that and got $15 or $18 for it. And they're really easy.
85.
They're real easy to disassemble.
That's crazy.
Be careful though before you pick them up. There are some models. There's a 6000. I think this was the one. That's a 6900. I bought it not knowing it, and it's got a different print head in it. The 8000, 8600, 8300, all those are a lot easier. I've got a video actually on my channel about that item. The print head is very easy to take off because they're just a little plastic lever that you push back and this snaps right out. But they're great. They sell pretty quickly.
Yeah, these are sick, man. I
wouldn't
ever come across the office jets.
I wouldn't deal with selling the whole thing. They're heavy. I mean, if you sell these printers, the whole item is usually $120, $130, $140.
Yeah, but then you got to do so. Like,
yeah,
I've bought in printers, and I've given up selling printers unless you can sell the heads and stuff like that. Only because 5 times out of 10, I send it out and they say something's wrong with it. Yeah. And I've had a lot of people that send it back, and I'm like, dude, I'm not doing it.
It's got all those parts that I talked with, plus it's got a paper tray that can sell.
Yeah.
It's got, most of them have a duplexer, which is the piece that actually flips the paper around to do the 2-sided print.
Yeah.
Those other parts don't sell as quickly, but you'll make your money back when you sell that print head plus profit.
I mean, let's look at some parts, printer parts, office jet.
And you know, if you walk, that's probably one of the biggest things in stock in thrift stores in the electronics department is printers. In mine, you see old computer, flat panel computer screens. You see keyboards, and you see printers.
Yeah, the keyboards are easy to sell.
Anything that's 500 or up, you can break down and sell parts for.
Yeah. Well, Craig, I sell half the listens we do in a day they're usually clothing or other items, but the other half is vacuum parts. We've moved into the top 30 on eBay. I think there's like 13,000 sellers. We've moved into the top 30 on selling parts for vacuums.
Yeah. Gold Dog Investments. What I try and do, obviously that one's been sitting back there for a while, is you get them in and you take all the parts off and you trash the rest of it, so you're not holding it. I've partied out about 3 or 4 of them recently. I plug them in. You gotta make sure at least you run a test page off of them, or boot them up. Make sure that the display is coming up and it doesn't give you an error, because some of them will let you know that there is a problem with the print head. And I'm leery of selling those. So I usually plug them in at the store. But that print head will sell within a week. Look at there's a do OfficeJet Pro. Do OfficeJet Pro print head, and let's look at how many are listed. Let's look at the sell-through rate. Let's see what the how many are.
Investments asked a question. They wanted to know like how long.
Yeah, that's what I was just responding to. The print head itself will sell within a week. Change it to used.
Yep.
How many are listed?
So then, let's see. These are sold. So we have 399 sold, and
this is just used ones.
Oh, should I go right here? That's specifically print heads. Hold on a second.
Because it may pull up.
Okay, let's see. So 353. They got refurbished in here too. I want to go back to used.
That's all right. I mean, some people will sell those things as refurbished, and all they've done is cleaned it up with isopropyl alcohol.
All right. So then we got how much listed? 236. Those are sold, right?
And then what
is the listed? Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
2.
Any of them that I've listed, I've sold them within a week. It's just about guaranteed money.
Wow, that's crazy. These are over $100.
And once you pull the printer apart, the paper tray is probably the biggest item. But you can stack. It's about the size of a ream of paper. And I'm sure there's other models. This is just the ones that I know, and I know that I picked these up. The LCDs, the screens, and the other parts I talked about won't move as fast, but they'll move.
Yeah.
Are those active listings you're looking at?
Yeah, these are active.
So
the solds were what? The solds were 84.
I thought it was more than that.
Here's the solds.
So 39 listed.
236 sold. Wow.
Now, are you looking? Gosh, it's so small on my phone. Oh, there we go. I can zoom in. Oh, shoot, and you're already moving. Okay, so are you looking at all that sold, or are you looking at all that was
both?
Listed?
No, we're looking at sold. So
there were 39 listed, 200 and something sold.
Yep. That's an insane amount.
I always like to look at both the sold and the ended.
Well, and that'll tell you how quickly it should sell.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, there really is no ended anymore because it's good till canceled or auctioned. So that's why I always look at the sold, and you don't really look at completeds anymore.
I still look at completed. You'll still see some.
It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey now,
it's old school. It's old school.
That's right.
No,
let's look at
I don't know what y'all do, but because when they went to good till canceled, I still end my listings every 10 to 15 days. That's what I'm
saying. If you go to completed listings, you're gonna see
some. Yeah.
both.
Yeah, I got 4,100 items. I'm not canceling any after 10 days.
But what's
wise? It'll give you an idea of how often they'll sell, or if how many times that they'll end and have to be relisted too.
Yep.
Here, let me go over.
Even though I'm the old dog, supposedly.
No.
You know what I meant by
that. Let's go over the vacuum parts that we've sold in the last 90 days.
There's a common theme here. Parts.
It really parts, dude.
Parts.
And they'll sell all year long. Like, it's not like seasonal.
And I think the key there, just like we were talking YouTube and like we talked before, Kevin, I'm so much more about trying to teach people how to look for the right things instead of giving you, hey, go buy this one item. Learn about something, learn about a category, Learn how to see value. Learn common items that
Learn
people
how to
have
look
that are
at
going to break.
completed listings.
Right. You know, there's so many things out there that you can part out and you can make dang good
Yep.
money at because people are tied to vacuums. You know, a lot of the parts you're selling probably are on vacuums that are 5 and 10 years old. Right?
No, the
model.
vacuums that the vacuums we sell are like, why is my computer going so slow? The vacuums we
remember
sell
the
are like
rainbow parts
vintage
too.
vacuums. Like a lot
Yeah,
of people
like
buy
a
the
rainbow
vintage
is a
vacuums.
score.
Yeah,
Rainbow,
rainbows,
is it
Electrolux.
Electrolux, the big barrel,
Yeah,
whatever it's called.
Yeah, we've sold, what is it, 159 vacuum parts or vacuums in the last 90 days.
Are you running this on like a Nintendo Switch or
Dude,
something?
no, I don't know what the heck's going on. It's been like the last couple of days. My computer's been really slow.
Are you dialed into
It's
AOL
annoying.
or
No,
CompuServe?
not just upgrade to Walmart.
Walmart internet.
Come on, man. Like, what is this doing to me?
There you go. Steven just made a comment. Says I sold a washer control panel this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, and really, if you look on Facebook Marketplace, how many people are talking about, hey, I've got a
For
washing
free.
machine for
Yep.
free?
That broken.
Right.
So here's
There's
my
a
top
lot.
ones. We got the Freedom Simplicity 240. Then we got another Simplicity 140. This Hoover 160.
Shipping scares me about shipping something that large right now.
That's why we do this, because people a lot of people just get rid of them, like for Facebook Marketplace, because they're not going to ship them, or they are not even on eBay.
Are you doing flat rate shipping on them? Do you charge the same
Yeah.
thing? You're selling
Yeah. Well, not on like different. All these are different. Like we'll get the dimensions. We'll not guess, but we'll get the gist of the dimensions and the weight, and then we'll do it. But we always make at least $10-15 on the shipping.
I'm just worried that I sell something like that and it's going to go to freaking California from Alabama. It's going to be $175 to ship it, and I'm going to lose money.
No, it's never that
Most
much.
smaller stuff I can do fine with.
Yeah. But. Here's an Electrolux right here, canister, $60.
Well, priorities.
And then this, look at this Bissell air ram part, $79. Yeah. And then we sold these two Electroluxes to the same person for $66. People love buying these Electroluxes. That and the Hoover wind tunnels right here. Hoover wind tunnel.
It's good.
Really good.
Because I've seen several of those.
Well, look at this. It's a power drive for both. There's two different power drives. So I'm guessing this is somebody that owns a shop that fixes vacuums. Because look, I highly doubt he has a wind tunnel, two different models, and he's buying a power drive. So he might be a reseller that sells power drives locally or something.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of vacuum stores, retail stores,
and that's just
that still fix them.
And that's just the motor.
The bottom line is, if you have something that sells for a lot of money, you can sell the parts.
Yeah. Right. Like, look, $25 each for these. So 25 and 25.
A washing machine, a vacuum, a printer. As long as it's an expensive product, people are going to look for parts to fix it.
Yeah. This is a Dyson right here from those balls.
Yeah.
35 for this
Dysons are
part.
Good to part out.
Yep. 42 for this part.
Which is a no-brainer when you're spending $10-15 for the whole thing.
We sold this battery on this Bissell and Ram for $50.
Wow.
Just the battery. Canister for the Dyson ball, 37. Another canister for a Hoover wind tunnel. Again, wind tunnels, they go really well. $36. And Elena, I would have never learned about vacuum parts unless like the Gilmans kept telling me, you got to try vacuum. You got to pick up vacuums. So we did it one day. We had Ford vacuums we've had for like 3 months. And we're like, let's just part them out and see what happens. Dude, they were selling like hotcakes. So then we're like, yeah, we got something here. We need to add this niche to our arsenal.
Steven says it. Steven was talking about the washer control panels. It was too long, so he had the new service charge on it. One thing you can do, sometimes always consider taking 2 boxes and putting the item in an angle. It may save you a couple of inches sometimes.
Or
instead of going just straight up and down, put it in this one box.
Use UPS and FedEx.
That too.
You know, UPS and FedEx. That's really, I mean, because it's mainly UPS who has the good rates right now on anything over 21 inches and 28, I think it is. So like my golf clubs, they're they're shipped. I had to throw out all my USPS tube.
Tubes. Yeah. Well,
Yep. We had like 120 of them.
because that tube, if you flip it over, it's got the Express on the outside, doesn't it?
Yep.
The USPS Express, which is even more expensive.
Hello, hip flipping mama.
What's up, Kelly?
I asked her if she wanted to come on with us. But yeah,
All right, gotta go. No, I'm just kidding.
Those
How late is this
UPS has
live
the
gonna
best
be?
prices for.
Until we get done.
We only have
Okay.
4 people watching, so people are cashing out now. But it's more of just hanging out and chilling with you guys. Like I could care less if nobody's watching this besides us. If you count 3 people and 4 people watch it, 5 people watching now. Hold on, I'm gonna send Mama a what's that called?
It's gonna be a link.
StreamYard. Yeah, the link. So hold on a second.
You mean you're not gonna drop the Google Hangout link in there?
The Google Hangout. No, I just dropped the StreamYard. She can click it from there, right?
Yeah, I'm just. The first time I went live on my channel 3-4 years ago, however long ago it's been, I did that, and that was Google Hangouts, and I dropped the link in the chat, and there were only like 4 or 5 people in there, and I had a troll jump in, just a flapping in the wind. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I learned how to edit a video pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
You can edit a live stream after it's up on your channel.
You know what it is?
Yeah, you can
get more
download it.
People, we just gotta get the mannequins going, a few drinks.
Oh, remember that?
craziness.
Yeah, the mannequin. Every year on my birthday, Sarah always sends me the freaking picture of me and the mannequin, the infamous picture. Every year and she posts it in my group so everybody knows, and then she tags me in it. Every year I can count her to do that.
That's so fun.
She's done it the last 4 years in a row. 4 years in a row, she's done it.
Every
time I group.
I love the Gilmans. I kind of miss like. Oh gosh, I keep covering.
Oh, I miss our whole hangouts.
Well, I don't miss like
the
getting
drama.
To know people too much.
Yeah.
But the people that I got to know that are still friends, I miss. The Gilmans were always awesome people. I love them so much, and they've always been very generous with their knowledge, their time, and everything. And I'm very grateful for them because I learned a lot, especially with private label.
Oh yeah,
I probably wouldn't be where I am today without them in my life.
They were the first resellers on YouTube. They were before Steve Rake, and they were before
Well, no, actually, I met them because they were just.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. What'd you say?
I met them through my YouTube channel because I had like a bunch of subscribers, and I remember Sarah saying, "Hey, can you call us out?" And they were just starting, But
oh, really?
But I was like scrapping and reselling in a different type of way. I picked up items off the side of it. Well, I guess it's the same thing, but yeah, yep. I've been doing it since 2008, or was at that time.
Yeah,
I remember that's how I met them.
Well, they definitely were the first ones to go to the bins and record at the bins. They were the first ones ever because they did it back in around the time that they were talking.
Are you talking about the outlets?
Yeah. You know how they go to the outlets and they always go out there and they always get hard goods and stuff. I wish we had something like that around here. We don't. It's all clothing.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Our outlets. Yep.
Our outlet just opened. It's been open less than a year, and it's 90% clothing.
Because Goodwill's prices are so crazy that they're going to have a lot of overflow to those outlets. There's going to be
there's a lot of good overflow to those outlets.
And some of those outlets are getting it before it even goes into the retail side. Yeah. I think some of the items never make it retail.
Yeah, it's because of their prices.
Right.
Craig, I tell you, every time I tell Craig, we've implemented once a month. I haven't been in a while because we got that free haul. Right. But I usually go once every 2 weeks. We'll go and we load up for 2 weeks. So prior to getting that free stuff and going to that thrift was the first time I went in months because I was going to the outlets twice every 2 weeks.
Turn the camera on.
Oh, hold on a second. There she is. Hi, Kelly.
Hello.
How you been?
I was in bed.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hi, honey. How are you?
Pretty
Sweet.
good. I just wanted to go live and
Hello,
hang out.
sweetness. I was talking to Craig.
No,
Oh,
whatever.
Oh,
oh,
I did. I said, hello, honey.
That's why
And
Kevin
then-
responded.
And then I said, hello, sweetness.
Kevin, you can
That's-
respond again.
Yeah, if I was going to talk to Kevin, I'd say cocky.
Whatever.
yeah.
Guess what?
Well, honey,
You're number one.
I am?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Never mind.
Are you
She
two
didn't get
in
it.
a relationship?
He flipped you off. No,
Okay.
we're all friends. Yeah. Kelly's married. Craig's married. I got a fiance.
Kevin's got his
And,
on. He's financed his.
Yeah.
When you said you bought a
Yeah.
house with your girlfriend earlier, I forgot to ask you. I said, which
See,
one
we-
cost you more, the girlfriend or the house?
The house, definitely, because she's an
Well,
angel.
Yeah. She doesn't cost me anything. She's awesome.
She's
got
way
to
too
fight.
good. She's way too good for Kevin.
Yeah. She
That's the
is.
truth.
No, honestly, she's so thorough with everything she does. She's so good at everything. I've never met a girl that is good at anything she does. And
She's just not that Kevin's a bad guy. I love Kevin very much. I've gone to extreme lengths for Kevin. Kevin knows.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But she's just an angel. She really is.
She's
You've got her,
so nice.
you've got her
How's it
snowed
going?
over, don't you?
Can you feel the
What'd you say,
Yeah, right.
Craig?
The love tonight.
tonight?
What did
No.
you say, old man who's 3 months older than me? What'd you say
You
about
hurt
me,
Craig's
Craig?
feelings.
Did you say something?
What'd you say
I-
about me?
I didn't say anything about you.
But no, she's awesome. I'm just glad she's in my life.
Yeah, I'm glad
That's
she's
cool.
in your life too.
Yeah, she does so much.
She's in your live
Freaking-
stream? What? Oh, live. I thought
No,
you said
no.
live.
Ashley goes to bed at like 9.
Craig, you're such a dick.
Somebody's
I
got to
usually
do it.
don't go to bed till 2.
If you're going to be one, be a big one, right?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I haven't been around. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of your videos in a while. I actually haven't watched any YouTubers in a while. I've just been watching a lot of filming location YouTube.
There's
Or
a reason.
like,
There's a reason why you hadn't seen any of my YouTube videos. I hadn't put any out.
Oh, I thought you put the other. You told me you've been putting the ones out all about how to get kicked off eBay, how to get kicked off Poshmark, and how to get kicked
I'm
off
waiting on
Amazon.
Kelly to give me the content to do.
Yeah.
I've been doing jewelry hauls. Sorry.
Yeah. How's your auctions going?
Good.
That's good.
Yep. Got another one Tuesday, 4
Nice.
p.m. Eastern.
And didn't you buy a bunch of stuff recently on Goodwill Outlet? Yeah, that I did see that video. So that was like what, yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yeah, shoot. I get a ton every single day. I like spent a crap load of money on getting more jewelry, and because it keeps going up and up and up and up and up.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Everything
gonna
is
get-
though.
yeah, I'm just going to get a bunch now before it continues to escalate, and then just, sit on it
Yeah.
and
So
go through
are
it.
you
as-
buying like wholesale and selling?
No.
retail, or are you buying it?
No,
thrift stores?
because in Michigan, the garage sales and estate sales aren't up and running yet. So I've been getting things through shopgoodwill.com lately, and the two gals I get jewelry from usually, I haven't gotten jewelry from them in over 2 months. And my buddy that has the pawn shop in Battle Creek, about a half an hour, 35 minutes away, he's closed right now. So
So the jewelry that you sell, are you focused on vintage, antique, or are you more looking just for anything pretty?
sterling silver.
Oh, so you're lit into the silver and the gold and the gemstones. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, I got a whole huge pile right in front of me, but it's like Native American,
Mm-hmm.
different.
So like more like modern, not the old Navajo or anything like that.
No, a lot of it's vintage. I can't
Oh,
hold
it
it up
is?
because of my
Okay.
shoulder.
Have you
But
looked
a
at?
lot of it's
Oh, that was
most of it's vintage, but
was one of the carved bugs, right? The scarab.
What's that, honey?
That was one of the carved bugs, like the little SCARB or scarabs or
Scarab?
whatever. Yeah.
I've got no. What I held up, no, that's not.
Okay, I can see.
I don't have any. I don't have any carved scarabs right now. I've got
I don't either.
This one is a
Me
is a
either.
cartouche.
Sorry, this is more up my alley, guys. You're boring me with
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like all like, oh, she has jewelry. And,
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
honey.
Like Native
Can
She
you
does-
American
can,
jewelry.
can you mute
She's
can you
gonna
mute
have
them,
the
Kevin?
turquoise, and she's gonna have
Can you mute them real quick?
This is just
Elena, she does online auctions too on
On her
YouTube.
channel.
If you follow her channel, yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
up
I
your
know how
alley
to
too.
this is my personal.
Nice eye.
Have you
What?
Kelly, have you ever looked at high bid? See if you can find anything that way.
High bid? Oh, shit,
H-I-
my
isn't it-
monitor fell. I don't know what high bid is.
It's an auction site.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have
mean
to
they
check it
sell
out.
a lot of times. They sell lots of things like watches, postcards.
I've,
You know
I've,
what's
I've looked at
funny?
postcards there. I hadn't bought anything yet.
I'm right.
Yeah, see, I need to find some on there because
I think it's just
I need to load up on
HIBID.
some.
You know, listen,
Yeah.
I just had somebody message me in my
I should
messaging
look,
thing,
actually.
a auction website that has an inbox Steve Irwin. So I have to go and bid on that.
A what? A box of Steve Irwin?
Inbox Steve Irwin.
Steve Urkel.
Irwin.
Oh, yeah, like the Australian dude.
I know, mate.
Yeah, crikey.
Shrimp. Right.
No, it was not. What was his? He had a saying. didn't
Shrimp
he?
on the bobby.
No, his saying was danger, danger, danger.
Yeah, I remember that used to be like so. That shit used to be so big when I was a kid. When I was in high school,
I am.
I used to just
Back when
used
you
to
were in
like
high
to go
school, what?
home and
3 years ago? 4 years ago?
man, 2000.
Hey,
I graduated in 2004.
Oh my! I've got
Nobody-
kids.
I know.
I've got kids your age.
My girlfriend graduated in 2014.
oh, look at you with the bake light.
Yeah,
Wow.
you know the Bakelite.
Oh, that's
This is the
Bakelite.
most-
Nice.
This is the most recent. I couldn't leave without grabbing it for like.
Is that
$1.
butterscotch?
Yes,
Does it taste like
Butterscotch?
butterscotch?
or the doesn't taste like butterscotch. And
How
then
do you know?
here, do you
How
know
do you
what?
know?
How are you going to test it?
I have that polishing cream.
Do you? Okay. You have the Simichrome polish?
Yes, thank you. I'm
Do you
horrible
test
at
it out in the
There you go.
store?
Hey, you ought to go on Kelly's channel and join her for an auction one night.
Yeah. That's
There
a
you
good,
go.
That.
Kelly needs all her monies.
I don't need to. I don't do the jewelry anymore, but I used to. Like, and I just
No, even if you guys just
recently
did a
bought this.
live together and just hung out,
Talk about
and
jewelry.
talk jewelry. Yeah, I'd
This
watch
Because
is
you've got an
that.
Yeah.
audience of people that likes jewelry.
Are
I
you
can do that
familiar with-
all night long.
I
That's
can't.
beautiful.
I know that stuff I miss out on because I don't have any knowledge. I feel like I would have to pick up every item and Google
All
lens it
you
or
have to
something.
do is call me, honey. Pretty.
Yeah.
I
Well, they
can't call
have,
you honey. My wife might not like that. I only call one person honey.
You you're such a smart ass, Craig. You were so helpful to me when I called you when I couldn't get my monitors hooked up.
Whatever.
Craig
Did you ever-
Craig
is your
dropped everything.
Is your check in the mail?
Yeah, about 3 years ago when we
Okay.
did it.
I guess it just got lost.
Mhm.
Look how big the spring ring is on this. Oops, sorry.
Is that all Bakelite?
Yeah, that's a big one.
No,
No,
this
that's
is
not big light.
this is a
Is that
pearl
beads?
necklace.
Pearl?
This is because of the spring ring and like the antique.
That's
Um,
old. Yeah, definitely old.
This is probably 1920s, and these are
That's cool.
natural, not natural
Art
pearls. I'm
Deco.
pretty sure they were the oh man, I can't remember his name, but one of the beginning pearls, the process of designing them. So yeah, I'm gonna wear it. Hold Hold on, I've got to put this up a little.
I just know that song. She bought a pearl necklace.
Don't give up your day job.
I'm just putting on jewelry because I can. Because she
No,
got
it's
me
all right.
It's dress up night.
There's only
Yeah.
7 people in here anyway, so we're
I'm
all
in
just chilling, having a
pajamas.
good time.
But I'm
You
gonna
had
wear
3
a pearl
people before me.
necklace
Look, I
tonight.
just brought you 4 more people.
Did you? Yeah, there was only 3 of us. There wasn't many people. Well, there was. It
Yeah.
started out with like 20, and then I think because it's late at night, it just
Yeah.
died down. But hey, I
No,
just
I'm
want to hang
dressed
out
up
and have
now.
fun talking. You know.
And
I miss doing these
I didn't even
lives.
get a message.
And if people aren't going to watch, we might as well
Well-
do it on your channel.
Yeah.
You're so
Right?
mean. I'm the only one that's allowed to be mean to Kevin.
No, it's okay. I mean,
I don't like it when anybody else is mean to you.
hey,
up,
what's
Shane?
up, Rise and Grind? Yeah, Shane, what's going on, man?
Are you rising or grinding right now, Shane?
He's grinding.
It's at night.
So I passed the store tonight. I forget what it was. Oh, it was like a grill place, but it had the best name. And I was like, man, if I ever had to redo a name for like YouTube, it'd be Fired Up Picker.
Fired up picker.
Fired up Picker.
Nice.
That'd be perfect.
You've already
Fired
got
Up
a name for
Picker.
a channel.
That's not
You won't
bad.
you won't freaking do anything with it.
We're gonna fire it up.
That's not bad, Kevin. I like that.
When's that
I
first
know, I
video
was
going
like,
to come out?
Oh man, it was supposed to be what, January? It's been pushed back due to
Whatever.
production purposes.
Production or
I
whatever.
like your I like all your jewelry, honey.
Oh, thank you. Well, that was just a little bit. I hardly ever do this anymore, but I just happen to have it on my fireplace because I could not walk out of the thrift store without taking these. I guess it's a bad habit, but
How do you test
Now
it in the store? You
these
do
are
you
not-
do the rub method?
Kevin does.
yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Something like this where it's carved and it just, you just know. Like you can look at this and, like this one, you'd have to
No,
do
I can't just look at it and know.
Simicron this one, not all of them, but this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just seen enough of them where you know how dense it is and you can feel the weight
No,
of it.
I don't know without rubbing it with my thumb
Okay,
real
yeah.
hard.
Like this one right here, you have to rub it for me. The one.
Is it-
This one.
Is Bakelite the one that puts off the smell when you rub it, or is it supposed to?
No, well, I don't. My nose.
I don't know
is
anything about this kind of stuff.
The polish you put it on it and it will turn yellow.
Oh.
It has a chemical reaction to the Bakelite. Bakelite is it's not a plastic, but I guess just an early around celluloid. It's kind of hard to explain celluloid. Plus, not celluloid, Bakelite.
So, you know,
It's been so long since I've done this, but certain something like a bracelet like this could go for $20 and up, and you get it for $1.
nice.
It depends, but something like this one, maybe 10, 15. It's really small, and thin.
So does it? Put that back up real quick. So is it like the curvature? You can kind of tell it's
You
Bakelite.
really need to do the polish. The only one that I was confident at the time of buying, I knew the other ones were it might
Bakelite's not going to have a mold line.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
not,
it's not much.
Because all one, it's one piece typically.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
no mold line, but this one's carved. They actually carved into it. I don't know if you can see
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
You'll,
You can't
you'll
tell it's
find
carved.
that.
But see that kind of content, Kelly, you could do that kind of content and talk about
Oh, I
how to
know.
identify certain things and the top 10 silver market hallmarks, and
Honey, I used to do that all the time.
you should do it.
I used
You've got the audience of people that are into jewelry, right?
Yes. Stop bossing me around, man.
Tossing you around. Damn it.
I'm a busy bitch.
Just shut up and do it.
I used to do that shit on other people's channels and make them look good. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I do it for a lot of people, just not one particular person. They know who they are.
I'm not going there.
Yeah, I'm not going there either.
I saw one of your buddies go live the other day, but we're not going to go there either.
Who's
You
there?
see, that was the part that I didn't care about, like back in the day, the drama.
And it's never changed. I've been around
No.
for about
I
You're not
6 or 7
You're
years.
not talking about me.
Huh?
No, whoever you were talking about, that.
That kind of says just as different players, same game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like what I remember Andrew, the book.
Oh, geez. What was this?
There's so much
Pick and Profit,
drama
right?
with some people.
He's back. He's back. He's
Like-
back around.
Pick and Profit?
Drama.
Is that-
Yes.
And
Drama.
that's what I'm thinking about.
Yes.
Is that Andrew, the one who used to do the books on Amazon
Yes.
at the
That
by the
was-
carload?
That was a headache. You know,
Yeah.
like sometimes it's like, the Gilmans were precious. And I
Okay, that's
still
not
love
what I'm
them.
thinking about
Oh.
then. That's
But I
somebody
guess
Yeah,
that's with
Gilmans.
everything, the close circles, And then
What
I
I've
feel
learned
you
is
guys-
that what I've learned is this, like, you just be friendly with everybody, and then you you just don't talk shit, or you just don't, you just put a smile on your face. There's
Oh,
so
I
many
do.
bad going on in the world. Just smile.
love that
Yep.
neighbor. I just love them from a distance.
Yeah.
Look,
and if I don't love you, I'll just turn you. I'll just click close and stop watching.
I get along with everybody. I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't dislike. Kevin knows I don't dislike anybody.
I'm not afraid to say I've got plenty of people I dislike.
Well, I know you do.
I've made up with 2 of the people that kicked me out of my own podcast and
That's
private
good.
chat.
That's good.
And it was me that made up. Well, I think reached out, and I talked to him like, dude, I'm not. Man, we're too old to be.
Uh-huh.
You could be gone tomorrow. If COVID ever showed us anything, it was you can be here one day and gone the next.
Yeah.
I may be mad at the time, but give me a little time. I mean, I don't care. It's over. It's bridge under the water under the bridge. Bridge under the water.
But that's
90%.
beautiful. Forgiveness is a beautiful thing.
That's
You
right.
know?
Yeah, and it makes you feel better.
It doesn't
It really
mean you
does.
have to hang out with people that you don't click with, or
Right.
they're have a different lifestyle that's unacceptable to you.
Here's my thing. I just in the 2 times it's happened where people have decided to bash me, I don't say anything. I just let it go. Go ahead and make your live and complain about me doing a Bible study or about whatever. And
She has jewelry. She's talking about Bible studies. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
just
awesome.
I used to lead a Bible study on YouTube for years.
Her
But,
Patreon is free too.
That's
Huh?
awesome.
I said your Patreon is free too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good.
Not anymore.
The
But,
sad thing is so much of that stuff that goes on is just like you're in high school again.
Yeah, you take
know?
the high road. People will call and say, "Oh, so and so's on their live bashing you again," and it's like, well, you know what? Let them. I mean, if
Yeah.
you know me and you know my heart. Like Kevin knows my heart very well.
Yeah, of course.
Craig, you know my heart very well, whether you want to admit it or not.
But there's one in there. We've got a hate relationship.
Oh
No,
no!
Craig has a hate relationship.
Flicking you off. Like what?
I
I'm
love
kidding.
People
Craig.
are
I love
wondering.
Craig for
I'm
the
kidding.
troll that he is. But
Oh,
I know this about him, and I still love him. So you accept people for who they are, or you don't accept them. If you allow them in your life, you allow them as the people they are. You can't expect them to change. And Craig is the way he is, but he loves me very much in his own way. If he didn't, he wouldn't have dropped everything, contacted me, helped me with my monitor emergency. And so it's the walk you walk, not the talk you talk. Craig's a great guy, but he's never going to let anybody see that.
everybody's
Aw.
He
different.
lets me see that every now and then.
Whatever.
Craig, you're a great guy. You just don't want anybody to see it.
Yeah. It's that iceberg analogy.
I
So
know.
much more of my stuff is down below the water.
He has got a beautiful wife and beautiful family, and he's a very devoted husband. but he would not want anybody to know that.
Whatever.
Tough love.
Yep.
One
Yeah.
of the Bible
I just-
verses that I really like is First Theolosian. I can't pronounce it. 4:11.
Thessalonians.
And it basically means, or 4:11 is mind your own business.
Yeah.
That's in the Bible, and that's kind of like how I try to go through life. I just try to do my thing, love others.
Well, if you know, this is what you don't have to worry about. Okay, if you project who you really are, like when I'm with Craig, I'm really negative, or when I'm with Kevin, I'm really negative because that's the energy that we throw back and forth. Okay, that's just our game. You know, I'm like a mother to Kevin, so I have to scold him and send him to his room every now and then. But if you are just yourself and if you are genuine, people know that, and if they know your heart, it doesn't matter what people are saying about you. Take the high road, keep your mouth shut. If you've projected your true inner self out to people, people are going to see that, and you don't have to worry about what other people are saying about you. Let them dig their own hole.
Well,
You know,
we'll all be judged one day.
yeah,
You know,
and you know, let
and
them dig their own hole, and let people judge you on, you know, who you are and who you presented yourself to be to them. And if they don't choose you, they were never, you know, to
yeah.
be in your life and in your heart anyway.
I always say
So
blowing out somebody else's candle doesn't make yours any brighter.
yeah, I just don't worry about it.
And there's a lot of people out there that will talk shit about you, making it thinking that that's going to make them look bigger. You know.
Oh yeah.
There's
We
so
can
many-
remember
Yeah,
it's self-reflection.
One person tried very, 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 very hard. And I'm just proud to say that they went away for a while because it backlashed on them so much, or so I hear. I don't know. I only hear everything secondhand, so I don't know.
Can you hear my dings when I get a sale or no?
No.
No. Oh,
No,
okay.
it wouldn't matter if we could.
What's up, Danica?
Hi, honey.
See if you hadn't noticed, everybody is honey to Kelly.
I just
Yes.
feel like we're all on this road, this path, wherever we're all headed, and we're all in the same, you know, we're all together. So I don't
Everybody
think,
is honey, sweetie pie,
yeah.
sweetness, sugar bum, whatever comes to mind.
I don't know about y'all. When you say that, I hate going into a gas station. We've got gas station convenience stores. I'll go in and get a Coke, a candy bar, something like that. And it's a lot of time it's a female working at the gas, working inside. She go, "Here's your change, honey." I just hate getting that kind of response.
That's me.
And just like you and Kelly, don't take this wrong. You say you love people a lot. I have a hard time saying that to somebody just in
I know
passing.
you do, Craig.
Right. And it's not anything to be taken personal. That's just a word I don't use with people that
I used
I-
to really dislike people calling me baby or sweetie or honey. Like, you're
Right.
not my man. You don't need me calling
And
me.
you know what?
But
People
then
that
I
are
realized it's just their personality, and then I just,
Right.
I
But
kind
you
of
know
got over
what?
that. But like
people
when I was
people will
younger,
come
that
back.
bothered me.
People will come back and say, I'm not your honey. Oh, I apologize. I do that with everybody. I did not mean to offend you. And that's very sincere. But see,
Right.
there's a reason mama is in my title. Because I am extremely nurturing. I adopt everybody, and I'm just everybody's mother, right, Kevin?
Yeah, definitely.
And I just
whether
have,
we want you to be or not.
See,
I've got too much love to go around,
Yeah, I mean that's why I put in parentheses your joyous guide over here on my name tag. Just having a good time, and I haven't seen talk to Elena, and every time I see you, Elena, though, you come on I always have you on, so that's good. I mean, I think the last 3 times you've been on, the last 3 times I've been on here.
Yeah, well, I just wasn't doing anything tonight. My kids are in bed. I'm still up, and I was like, well, okay.
How old are your kids?
Huh?
18, 17, and 12.
Well, they don't need you anyway.
They're
So
young.
they're doing their own thing at that age.
True story. When I went to that gig, drove 18 hours, and I left for 3 days, and it was just a 1-day event, and I pulled some cash in, which was nice. I left my daughter in charge of my business and shipping products.
That's
And
awesome.
my
Nice.
son printed all the labels. My daughter shipped it. They shipped stuff off to school. I'm very proud of them. And because
That's awesome.
I've been self-employed really since her entire life, she grew up.
That's
Lily-
the right thing to do. Teach them how to rely on themselves and not anybody else. That's
It's a
the
trade,
best thing
though.
that you
It's
can
really
do.
learning this. I've used eBay for everything since I was 23.
You were a kid.
So
I
like,
have been
yeah. So what
self-employed since
Excuse me, sorry.
2008. My daughter has lived her entire life with mom home and working from home. There was never a separation from work and family.
Yeah.
It's always been
That's
in
nice.
her.
Yeah, that's not my case. I had corporate jobs when my kids were growing up. I was corporate management, and we were always a 2-income family. And Kitty, that looks like my kitty.
Look what he does. You gotta see his face. I'm sorry.
Hello, meow kitty.
He always
That
has
looks
to
just like
dance.
my kitty.
I'm the same way, Kevin. I used to
My
work in
kid-
hangouts, and I would never list
Yep.
anything.
I can't. It just my ADD. Too much to talk about.
The cat's
You
chasing
know?
a squirrel. Watch out, squirrel.
But no, I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's so good to see you, Danica. It's been so long, baby. There
you
goes
ta-
that baby again. I can't help it. Look, I've had employers say to me, "We don't want you to use that type of verbiage." I'm like, "Well, I'll find another job then." Because I can't when I'm in a corporate atmosphere, it's a little different. Because my corporate goggles are on, and I'm all business, and I'm into the numbers and all that stuff. That's why I don't like spreadsheets and all that now, because my life with all that crap is over. But if I wasn't in that atmosphere, or after I left corporate management for a few years, then I went back to it. But I'm just like, okay, well, forget it then, because that's who I am. That's what makes me happy. I don't even know what's coming out of my mouth, and you don't pay me enough to not be happy. So
Right.
Whoa.
I'm trying to-
Nice
he's starting a
view.
whole nother channel now.
Look how
Oh,
huge he is.
We
is
know
big.
he was fixed after the fact.
Yeah. I got
Sorry.
two black kittens, and then I got my 2 cats I've had since they were born for 11 years now.
I've got 2 blind mice.
Hey,
Yeah?
Rise and Grind, why don't you come on with us, honey?
He's playing Call of Duty,
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, priorities.
See his face?
Warzone.
I never got into video games, but I'm 54, so I kind of miss the.
It's
I
been
can't,
really
I,
refreshing.
I can't catch up with you. I'm trying.
Me?
I'm trying to catch up with you. I can't.
I'm sorry. Catch up
You're-
with me about what?
You said you were 54. I can't catch up to you.
I'm older than you.
I will be 53 in August.
Okay,
Almost
so yeah,
almost
I am
at
about a year
October.
older than you.
Age is just a number.
You're not talking about.
Some people have bigger numbers than others.
I didn't quite make my gallon of water today.
My wife has one of those.
Well, you're almost there.
I did meet my whiskey quota though.
And if you're drinking the right kind, you shouldn't be mixing the two.
No, I just have one drink a night. It's to help me sleep, but I woke back up.
It's Kevin's fault.
Because
No,
somebody.
This is what I've been doing lately, right? I have I bit the bullet and I bought a bottle of peanut butter whiskey. It's that I can't think of what the brand is. It's got like a cow skull on it. Screwball or something like that.
I think Screwball is one. Of the
Fireball?
No, Fireball's the
No,
cinnamon
I
one.
don't like spicy
Oh,
stuff. peanut butter whiskey, if you take equal parts of peanut butter whiskey, which is about this much in a glass, like 2 inches, I think it's 8 ounces is what I use. 8 ounces of I just pour it in my glass, but half a glass of peanut butter whiskey, a half a glass of chocolate beer. It's a very thick, well, not thick, but it's a very dense tasting chocolate beer. Okay, and it's $16 for 4 bottles. But if you do half and half peanut butter whiskey and chocolate beer, it tastes like a Reese peanut butter cup every time. It is so good. It is so good, and I've gone through 1 bottle of whiskey in a week.
I have to
Well,
take
that
your word for
reminds
it.
me. Next month is my 3-year sober.
Oh, good for
Nice.
you.
Yeah, I almost
I
forgot about
hardly
it
ever
again.
drink.
Yeah, we used to get plastered, Elena. Remember?
You used to.
Oh,
I think
dude,
I-
And you just thought
I-
everybody else did.
me, Sarah,
One time I think
Chad,
I
Ronnie
got-
didn't drink much, huh?
One time I think I got drunk, and that's it. Like
It was probably for one of the holiday ones.
I haven't been drunk in so many decades, like literal decades upon decades upon decades.
I've not been drunk since the last time I was.
It was
Yeah.
the Tommy
last time I
Morrison
was
George
drunk
Foreman fight in
was
June
on
of
the
'93.
Oh yeah, that's a long time ago. That's a long time
June
ago.
of '96.
Wow.
Whew.
And
I'll-
Mama can hold her liquor.
I'll be
How old
50.
was How old was Foreman then? 65.
No, he was in his 40s.
Man, he was fighting until he was like
He
in
was
his
like
late
46,
50s.
47. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oldest heavyweight ever to
Yep,
win
title.
back the title for a
Yep.
3rd time.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I drank a lot in my 30s, and approaching my 40th birthday, my wife told me, "said I don't think you can go without a drink for 30 days." And I said, "I can do it."
Did you?
And it was
Yeah,
30
yeah.
days. It was 30 days before my 40th birthday.
You're
Yeah.
I
bullheaded
remember.
as
I remember
hell.
about 3 hours of my 40th birthday, and that's it.
You know, look,
was-
I started drinking as soon as I could pop a beer open from my dad, because it was my job to go and get him a beer, and he drank 6 every day after work, and so I would go and pop those suckers open, and a third of it would be gone. 4 or 5 years old, third of it would be gone by the time I got it back to him. And beer was like Kool-Aid in our house. We could have it whenever we wanted. It was not a big deal. And so I drank from an early age. I was 11 years old the first time I ever got drunk, and I was with my parents. So, so I can hold my liquor. So I don't get drunk very often. Now in high school,
do you hold it in your right hand or your left hand when you hold it?
double fister. I do
Both.
2 at a
You
time.
said you said you can hold your liquor. I just wondered how you held it.
Yeah, I do. I drink in 2s. So like if I go get a beer, I get 2, because they just go down too quick.
You got to have a backup in case the first one's bad.
Yeah.
I've seen so many
my
lives
husband and I were watching a fight, right? Last weekend or the weekend before, I can't remember. It was Tyson Fury's last fight. And I come back to the chair with 2 beers, right? 2 Oberons. And he goes, "Babe, I told you I didn't want a beer." And I looked at you and I go, 37 years and you don't know I drink in 2s? When I say
Good thing you don't want one, because neither one of these are for you.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And I'm like, I drink in 2s. That's my OCD. Okay. So like if you're gonna have a shot, I'm just gonna like double that. I don't know what it is I drink in 2s. When we go to the restaurant, I'll get a 22-ounce beer, because if I got like a regular beer, first of all, it would be more expensive to order a second one. I'll just get my 2 at one time. And then if my husband wants a drink or 2, he can have a drink or 2. But yeah, it just makes more sense. I mean, if they made 20-ounce bottles, I would just get a 20-ounce, 6-pack of 20-ounce bottles. But I remember in high school, my husband and I used to get drunk all the time. And then when I was 18, we moved in together. We got engaged on my 18th birthday, Hip Flippin' Daddy and I. And when we moved in together, I was drinking like a case of beer every other day, and I wasn't getting drunk or anything. And so he called my family, and he's like, "Hey, if Kelly comes over, don't let her drink." if she asks you to buy, don't buy it for her. I've cut her off. And I didn't drink for like a year and a half because I was 18. Drinking age was 21. So I
Right.
couldn't buy it. I could go to a restaurant and drink if I wanted to, but I didn't do that without hit flipping daddy. So, if he hadn't done that, I would have ended up like everybody else in my family.
Yeah.
So
I think it's absolutely beautiful. You're with your husband that you got engaged at 18 years old.
I
Like
had
that is, I always wanted to grow old with somebody. That's amazing.
37 years.
Yeah,
That's
beautiful.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
We've got
Thank
our
you.
30th will be in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah. We've been together 37 years. We've lived together 36 years. We've been married. How old is Clay?
That's the way I found it.
33.
I have to do that. I have to do that same math.
Yeah. He's 33 this year, so we've been married 34 years this year. So, yeah. So, he's taking me away for the weekend next week, not this coming up weekend, the weekend after.
When is your anniversary? It's in May, right?
It's in September.
Oh,
And he's taking me away for our anniversary in September too. He's already got it all planned out. So
nice.
I'm gonna head
Yeah.
off an hour and 30 minutes in, and I'm gonna start going, like winding down for the night.
well, you'll have to hit me up, honey. Okay.
Yeah,
Send me a
definitely.
DM or whatever, and we'll get yeah. Well, I am a boxing fan.
Yep, she loves
Well, there you
boxing.
go. No, I'm not. I'm just like you said, hit me up. So I'm like, okay.
My husband is so used to me socializing with men when it comes to boxing. Just really quick before you go, we went to the bar. We go to this restaurant bar that lots of families go to, but we know the owners and stuff because we go to this place for years and years and years, right? And I was walking past this table of about 15 guys, right? Young kids, like in their 20s, and they were talking about boxing. So I grabbed a chair from, this fat old woman, grabs a chair, slides it at the end of the table, and they all go like this. I said, "We're talking boxing? Go ahead, continue. Let's talk." And then the little boy that was sitting to the right of me, I say little boy, right? He's in his 20s. But we get to talking, right? And I mean, we're standing up shadow boxing each other because this little boy goes deep. Like he knew the 70s boxers, he knew the 80s boxers. I was in my heyday, man. We were shadow boxing each other, talking about different fight styles for different boxers and stuff. And then my husband goes to the bathroom, he comes back and he just gives me a quick hug and sits back down and watches the football game by himself. I'm just sitting at this table full of men and exchanging information. And it's just, I just pick up random men at the bar and my husband's okay with it.
I have a good story that had like me and my cousin. She never broke a bone in her body, and we would shadow box and just play around and stuff and not hit each other. Well, in a matter of a week or matter of 2 months, she broke. I turned and she hit me by accident. She broke her hand, broke her wrist,
Aw.
right? And then we're
I
in
told
Boston.
you were hard-headed.
Well, no, listen to this. Then we're in Boston a few weeks later, right? And we're in the middle of McDonald's late at night. Thank God there was only a few people in there. We're fake shadow boxing. I do a fake uppercut, but she already leaned in, broke her freaking nose. Blood was going everywhere. She's like, "You just broke my nose." And I turn around. I immediately just walk out the door of McDonald's. I'm like, "Oh my God, they're going to think we ran out," because we're worried that like they're going to think like I hit her. hit her, but we're just
I
joking
broke my
around.
brother's nose growing up.
Yeah.
When we were play
You
boxing.
didn't leave
He's
her.
6 years
She
old.
went with you.
Yeah, we left quickly because we didn't want. We were hoping nobody saw us because if someone saw us, it would think someone would be like, "Call the cops." We're in, we're in Massachusetts, so it's probably somebody like, "Call the cops." Dude just busted her nose. That's why we both like booked it out of there. But she's like, "Man, I think you broke my nose. I'm bleeding." I'm like, "Yeah, usually if you're bleeding, I broke your
See,
nose."
I wouldn't even think about that. I would just be like, I'd be laughing. But my husband it's
Dude,
a good
everywhere
thing.
blood on the floor in McDonald's, everywhere. Everywhere blood. It was bad.
Yeah, I guess I
Wow.
probably would have. I would have apologized and went in the back room and got the mop and cleaned it up.
I wonder
but-
if
Yeah,
they
of course I
eventually called the
apologize.
cops
It was by
thinking
accident.
that there was a murder scene or something. All this blood
was
left
bad.
at McDonald's.
I'm
It's
I'm real,
crazy.
I'm really fortunate in that as friendly as I am with certain people, but like I can only be friends with people that don't disrespect the boundary of marriage and how you talk to a female friend. Because it has
Yeah.
to be extremely respectful. As big of a mouth as I have, I'm very respectful to my husband. Not when I'm picking up boxing boys in the bar, but um, but it was just it's so nice to talk boxing with somebody that goes that deep. I can't help it. My soul needs that. And my husband knows that. You know what I mean? He's like, okay, she's talking about boxing with somebody. I can tell, she needs this. And he is a good enough man that he cares enough about me that he knows I, I all men are dogs to me besides him. So it's strictly platonic, and it's all about boxing, and not many men would do that. Not many men
Yeah.
would allow their wife to explore that type of friendship with somebody just because of their love of boxing. So I'm grateful to him for that.
I
um
think newer people, I mean, not newer, well, actually, technically newer, younger people are more open to being fine if, like, they're like Nikki, Ashley knows if I hang out with, if I have a friend that's a girl and we have, common things and, in common, she's got no problem with that. She's not one jealous at all, one bit of jealous.
but you know what, if
It's
we were to
actually
go to
scary that she's not
if
jealous,
if the four of us were to go to a restaurant, I wouldn't sit next to you or Craig because I don't sit next to a man. Like if I were to socialize in a group,
Unless you
if
want
it's
to
Right.
talk
not my
boxing.
yeah, if it's not my
Yeah.
relative, I'm not sitting next to you. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
that's just out of respect for him, you know. And that's if what if a busybody that knows my husband sees me in public socializing sitting next to a man, they're going to do. And it actually happened once in our earlier years when we were much younger. And they were, I saw Kelly at the, and he's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, she told me when she got home that she saw you and that, she was sitting next to, her friend, but the man was on the other side, and I specifically asked him to go around to the other side of the table because he had originally sat by me. I said, I'm sorry, I can't sit by you. And this was in my late 20s. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't sit by you
Right.
because that's just out of respect to my husband. And people don't understand that. But if you're old like Craig, okay, you understand it because it's,
Sorry, I had an itch.
yeah, I know. It's different mentality for us older people than it is for the younger people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just a different mentality. And I'm super friendly. Like if Kevin was sitting next to me, I'd probably touch his leg or I'd be wrapping my arms around him and hugging him. Thank God my husband liked Anthony when we met Anthony Pittsburgh
Yep.
because I was all over him. There's my baby
I
boy,
think the
give mama
bottom
a
line
kiss.
is it comes down to the relationship and
Yeah.
what is acceptable within the relationship.
But again, there's my husband watching me smother love and hugs and kisses on my Bible study partner and this other man. But he's my pastor, he's my friend, he's my son, my alternate son. He's so many things. Craig understands the relationship, a little bit, but
He's
he's
been married to you for 33 years. He's been engaged to
37.
you
Yeah.
for 37. He knows you. He knows how you click.
It's still not easy though. It's still not easy. Okay. He has a friendship with Anthony too, but it's still not easy for him to see that. Um, but whenever I see him hug another woman or something like that, I just think it's so adorable. I'm just like, oh.
I think the same
See,
thing when Kevin hugs another guy.
yeah, that's the biggie.
This is
I'm,
But
what
no,
I'm,
If
I'm,
I
I'm
saw
kidding.
Kevin, I would totally hug Kevin. I'd
this
probably
is
hug
the way
Yeah.
I
Ashley
work.
first. I would
I
hug
will tell
Ashley first.
somebody if I don't like something, and that's about it. I would
I
never
wouldn't
ask
hug.
Yeah.
them
I
not
wouldn't
to
hug.
do something. And if they choose to do something I do not like, then I realize it's either their personality or something that they love, and it's not. And then I have to make a decision if it's something I can deal with and accept.
See, I wouldn't hug Craig for number one. We don't have that type of relationship, and number two, he wouldn't like it. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? He would be extremely uncomfortable. He'd probably push me.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
I'm animated. Elena knows me. All you guys know me well in here. I'm very animated. I'm very happy. I'm very off the wall sometimes. And I can be overbearing sometimes, but it all comes with love. Like I joke a lot. Like that's the one thing Ashley couldn't get used to at first when we started dating, because I would joke at everything, because I just joke way too much, because I feel like that's the way. It's like being a comedian. Like in the comedian
Right.
world, they joke way too much, but because
Yeah,
that's
but
just what they
you're
do.
really good. You're really good about, you know, complimenting her and telling her what she means to you and
Yeah,
giving her
of
props
course.
and stuff like
Oh,
that. You
anyone
know.
can tell how much you love her. It's beautiful.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And you've come
Well, it's not
a
like
long way.
Alani. You remember you remember my kid's mom, who Chad and all you guys were like, yeah, I think she's
honestly,
cheating
though,
on you.
You were drinking. You were doing drugs. It was an
Yeah.
unhealthy relationship.
Oh, she
It was,
just called you up, brother.
What?
was I wrong to say that? I'm sorry.
No, I was back in the day. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like,
But it was like a me and my kid's mom relationship. Was
it was
the
a
reason why I was
toxic
drinking so
environment.
much was because of what she was putting me through. You guys would always be on with me online, right? Because I would always be with
That's
you
a big
guys
thing.
hanging out,
That's a
and
big
You
thing.
can't put
That's
all
a
the blame on
big
her.
thing.
yeah,
It was just, but it was a toxic environment. It was just.
it was.
Yeah. And now
I've never yelled at.
You're in a
I've
not
never.
toxic environment. And
No,
you guys
no,
are
no.
happy, and I'm happy.
Me and her never get in arguments. That's the
They
thing.
have,
It's
you have so much in common, though.
yeah, we do.
It's beautiful.
What you do for a living,
Yeah,
having that in common is just incredibly special.
yeah.
Because
Well, I taught her everything. I just saw that one day that it piqued her interest when I was like, it was a random day. I was like, hey, let's go to the store. We're driving. Oh, we're going up to South Carolina. I was like, hey, let's stop into this thrift store. And I noticed that she just was picking up her phone, looking at things, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And then it went from there.
Hip flipping daddy will, when we go to we're out of town or something, and we go to a new thrift store, he'll bring stuff up to me and go, "Babe, you think this is worth something? This looks like it'd be worth something." It's really cute.
Yeah. Hi, Boatman. She is a lot of fun, and it's so crazy because she's the opposite of me. And I tell everybody, I usually talk for the both of us because I talk so much and she's so freaking quiet.
She is.
But yeah, with me and my kid's mom though, Laney, you remember how many nights she would go out to the bars and I'd be at home with the kids.
Oh,
It
I
just
don't
wasn't
remember
good.
all that. I just remember.
See,
there
that was that
there
sounds
was a
like
lot
hip
of
flipping.
arguing, and there was a lot of.
Hate, a lot of hurt.
You would know that more than me. The only thing I knew was drugs, alcohol, and arguing. I mean, don't be wrong. You had your fun moments and stuff like that, but you could tell there was a lot of tension.
There was a lot of stuff going. Well, Chad and Ronnie knew a lot was going on. Chad was like telling me, he's like, I think she's cheating on you. And I was like, no. Come to find out, she was cheating on me. And that was when I was like, okay, I'm done. For the first time in my life, I always go above and beyond relationships. The first time in my life, I was like, I need to walk away from this. This is too toxic. Cops are coming here. It's getting crazy. And that's when I quit YouTube. I quit eBay. And it was like a restart of my life.
Yeah, I didn't know you then, so.
Yeah.
I mean, my ex-husband, he was a severe alcoholic. He tried to kill us. He went to prison for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Well,
No wonder Scrap is in your name.
Well, he used to scrap. I was Scrapperella. I used to sell stuff off the side of the road, and then I moved.
You're scrappy, man. You will cut a bitch.
Well,
she
I've seen a lot of lives destroyed by alcohol and drugs. So it's really
Yeah, same here.
Congratulations, Danica.
what?
Yeah, I said congrats to her too. She's her 20 years coming up soon. Danica's
That's really good for
lady love truck. Yeah.
nowadays. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Here's how Hiflip and Daddy and I have made it 37 years because people will ask us our secret because they always say, "You guys are so much in love. You're so much in love." Well, we don't feel like that. I mean, we do, but you know what I mean. We don't feel like we're lovey-dovey and stuff like that. But we just never fell out of love with each other at the same time. That's all it is. And when I'll be ready to give up. He's like, "No, we're fighting. We're going to fight for this." When he's ready to give up, I'm like, "I'm sorry. That ain't going to happen." It's just,
That's beautiful.
you just, and it happens with everybody.
You
And
know,
you're
it's so sad.
you're either willing to make concessions for this person to try and make this person happy, or you're not.
I got to
You
tell you,
know?
I am such a committed soul. Like I always want to grow with someone. I'm always like that. But then once they overstep a hard line, I have no choice.
My
sorry. You tried to kill us.
Abuse is
I
something
can't go
different.
back.
Abuse is something
cross that
different.
line.
Yes, abuse is something different. My husband told me something very, very prolific, probably 25 years ago. You can't respect somebody who kisses your ass.
Oh, of course. Yes, men. Like I can't surround myself with like that's why Craig's great whenever I talk about,
I used to kiss
YouTube
my
videos
husband's
and
ass.
stuff. But it's good though, like when you have somebody that holds you accountable, man, be like, hey,
I'm not
may
doing a
have
very
done
good
this
job
wrong.
apparently, because that video
Yeah, I
still
guess
hadn't come
not.
out.
No, it hasn't. But I mean, if you look at like, let's just say LeBron James, you could tell he surrounds himself with yes men. You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
All those basketball players, those sports stars, they surround themselves with yes men because those people. You try telling somebody who's feeding you money, try to say no to them. That's why I've always been blunt with people and honest with people.
If LeBron had
People
nothing but yes men
appreciate
around
me.
him, he wouldn't have been with his baby mama for so long, and he
But
wouldn't
I
have
am
married
gonna
her.
go now.
Okay, bye,
Oh,
honey.
you're leaving? Bye, Elena.
Yes. Love you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Love you
Thanks for
too.
having me on.
Bye,
Of course.
sweetie.
But
yeah, I don't know. At least his wife's not a yes man.
no, I mean like with friends, not
I don't know.
wife, husband. I think a
don't
lot
know,
of friends with sports stars are yes men because they're looking to get that money from them too. A lot of them.
I remember LeBron back when he was in high school. It was so weird to see them televising high school basketball games.
With Yao, I remember
LeBron.
same thing with Yao Ming. Yao Ming used to get the televised workouts also.
No,
back
I
in the
did
day.
workouts, honey. And Yao Ming wasn't in high school. LeBron
No.
his high school
LeBron,
games televised.
That's where it started televising the high school games was when he was at St. Vincent's. I still have his high school jersey. It's all like the stitching's coming out and stuff, but 2003. I had that since high school. It's crazy.
I don't remember.
2003. God.
Yep,
You're
2003.
You're a damn baby.
He is, isn't he?
I was a junior.
That's why he's so cocky. He says it's confidence, but it's cockiness.
Yeah.
He's just so cocky he doesn't see it. But
well, no, I just know what I'm doing,
You gotta love him.
Yeah. Love me, hate me.
I think I woke up here flipping daddy.
I'm gonna be going here anyways too. It's 1:10 here, and I'm starting to get a little tired. I just been up 2:00, waking up at 8 almost every single day for a while now, and I know Ashley fell asleep in Joseph's room, so I got that too.
I did that many a night.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I remember doing that when my kids were kids, all the freaking time, passing out in the hallway with them so they could fall asleep. But yeah, kids are fun.
I used to lay in bed and read my daughter a bedtime story, and I would fall asleep reading the story, and she would get up and go tell my mom, "Hey, Mom, I put Dad to sleep."
Well, because you're tired from working all day and stuff too, and then you're trying to put the baby in bed, and you're like falling asleep too because you're it's comfortable too.
Yep.
You know, so
I remember those days.
That was fun.
yeah, it seems like yesterday. I can't believe my oldest is going to be 15 next month.
My oldest will be
Insane.
Don't seem
my
like
oldest
you're
will be
old enough to
twice
have-
that at the end of the month. I have a
Really?
30-year-old at the end of the month.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry, August.
August what?
Her birthday is August the 21st. My middle one is August the 25th, and mine is August the 30th. August is a crazy
August.
month in this
Wow.
house.
Clay will be 33 on August 8th.
We've got August 3 in August, and my youngest is in October.
So
I'm
August
October 16th.
8th.
What is she?
Huh?
I'm
What?
October 16th.
My youngest is the boy, and he is August the 8th. I'm sorry, October the 8th.
I was gonna say.
Sorry.
Yep, I'm October 16th. I expected you boys to write that down, and I expect a plant or something.
It's in memory.
I'm
Yeah, right.
February.
What day did
Right,
you say?
you've already forgotten it.
What day did you say?
16th. What are
Huh?
what are you in February, Kevin?
24.
Good thing you didn't
I
say
was-
the 29th of February.
No, I was supposed to be a leap year baby, but came early.
What's
So-
yours, Craig?
What's my what?
Your birthday.
August the 30th.
When's your anniversary?
Yeah. May
Hmm?
May the 15th.
I write these things in my book so I can send
Uh-oh.
you messages. Because I'm loving that way. Because I'm
Oh.
loving that way.
All right, I think I'm going to end the broadcast so I can. So all of a sudden, I got like in the last 10 minutes really tired. I don't know why. But
I slept
yeah,
in this morning.
Kelly, that's why I got up really early to go drive 2.5 hours to go to Dominic's last game for soccer for the year, for the spring.
We got up at 7 o'clock this morning. I never get up at 7, but I fell asleep before Tom came to bed, so I didn't hear his snoring.
Oh, that's good.
That's
I could
the
never
only
sleep.
reason- Yeah, it's the
That-
only reason I'm up right now because he's snoring.
Yeah, but that's part of the reason why I have a fan on at night. Every night I have to sleep with a fan, and I always say, "Hey Alexa, play thunder sounds." It's just because if she snores or if I snore, a lot of times when I get really, really tired, probably like tonight, because I did 12,000 steps today. I'll probably be the one inside in the bedroom snoring. Although she's sleeping in the other room tonight because she passed out there. I'm not going to wake her. She'll throw things at me. So never wake her up when she's sleeping because she is not a happy camper.
My wife can carry on a full conversation dead asleep. I walk in
Really?
there and tap her and ask her a question. She'll answer the question. She'll go right back to sleep in a matter of seconds. I'll ask her about it the next day, and she doesn't have a clue.
Well, they say that when you ask them questions and they answer them in their sleep, whatever you ask them is the truth. Comes out from them.
Yeah.
My husband will do the same thing. Like I'll go in there to go to bed and I'll say something to him about something, and we'll have exchange a few sentences, and then I'll be like, "Tom, we talked about it when I came to bed last night." Or usually I come to bed at 3 a.m. when he's getting up to go to work. Is usually when I go to bed.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, "I don't remember that."
Yep.
All right, boys. Have a good night.
You too. Let me end this
Later.
broadcast real quick.
Love
Thank you guys for
Not
coming
you,
out.
Craig.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you guys
Later.
for coming and watching. I had fun.